The Galaxy Z Fold7 is here and it's already making history. So, according to the Samsung Newsroom, the company's foldable and flip lineup has already exceeded expectations in both India and Taiwan. Samsung's latest foldable, yes, the Z Fold7, is also dominating headlines and tech news columns. But beyond the buzz, is this the upgrade we really needed? Today we're unboxing the Z Fold7, diving into what's new, what's not, and why this device might be more about refinement than revolution. Let's get into it. With pre-orders over the past few years, it's been customary to receive a free storage upgrade. So here we are with the Galaxy Z Fold7 with 512 gigabytes of storage. Now I am a minimalist, so I went with jet black. Though I really like the crafted black on the Z Fold 6, it had a carbon fiber look. Other color options are going to include blue shadow, silver shadow, and the online exclusive mint. Overall, this box is very minimal and comes in the color gray, so not a whole lot going on here. We do have an image of the Z Fold 7 opened on the cover. Now, this is a change from last year's box color, black. Interesting. Flipping the box over, we can peel the seal tape that's going to be at the top here and the bottom. Here, these can be a little hard to peel, and sometimes they don't peel evenly, but you get a second try here on the other side. And then again, we have one at the bottom here as well. So if we flip the box over here, the lid should slide off nice and smooth. Again, this is a part of the experience. And we're going to have the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 7 on the right here. And we're going to have normally a product information insert. So we can just open the bottom of that product information insert and pull out. So this packet is going to include your SIM card ejection tool and other things. Now, let's not make this more complicated than it needs to be. You don't have to pull everything out of the bottom. The flap just flips open here and you'll have access to your USB-C to USB-C charge cable, quick start guide, and terms and conditions. So let's go ahead and set that to the side. So here we have the Z Fold 7. Now, before we move on furthermore, I just want to mention that I do have this Tongay case, which I plan to install on the Z Fold 7. It's got a built-in privacy display protector, protection all around, MagSafe compatibility, and an included belt clip holster, the ultimate kit. And I plan to talk about this in a follow-up video. So let's go ahead and pull out the Z Fold 7. The easiest way to do this is just flip the box over and grab the device. Now I will say, I looked at this in Best Buy before actually picking up my pre-order, and I was amazed at how thin this device is. It is insanely thin. If we flip over and we look at that USB-C port right there, you're going to see that the thickness of the device is just a little bit thicker than the USB-C port. So that's very impressive. Now, one of the complaints we do have is that we have the same size battery in this device as the previous models, and battery performance may or may not be all that great if you're using mainly that main display, which is this larger one. The cover display you can do a bit better because essentially it's half the size of the main display. There are a few things you could do to compensate for this battery. For example, you can use a super power saving mode, you can dim the display, or you can use more of the cover display and only use the main display for super productivity or viewing content that you want to see larger, such as Netflix or YouTube. But in my experience, I find myself alternating between the two depending on what I'm doing. So I'm going to peel off this protective film from the main display. And here we are. Now, the main display does have a screen protector pre-installed, and it looks like it's going to be about the same as previous generations. Now, I do wish that they offered an option for a mate display protector or anti-glare, just so that you can see the display better in bright light situations without having that reflectivity. And then if we close the device here, we're going to have a protector on that as well. We could peel off. And there we go. This feels really good in the hand. Now, I will say that the camera module does stick out quite a bit on this unit, and of course that's going to be because the rest of the unit outside of that camera module is thinner this year. Now let's go ahead and place this on a surface, and you might see here that this wobbles quite a bit. Now this may not be an issue if you are going to be installing a case, which I do highly recommend for this device since it's very expensive and it is delicate, you could say. But if you are going to go naked, just keep in mind you're going to have this wobble. It's quite excessive. So this may be a con for you if you're looking at this device and you are going risque. So let's talk about the changes of the Z Fold 7 compared to the Z Fold 6. First, we're going to have a wider cover display, and this is going to help with productivity and just daily interaction because you have more screen real estate. That naturally also makes the main display wider. So that's going to help with super productivity, as I call it. Again, the device is overall thinner. That's very beautiful. It's really sleek. It looks and feels futuristic. So far, this feels really nice in the hand. And then lastly, we're going to have an upgraded camera. So for the first time for the Galaxy Z Fold, we're going to have a 200 megapixel ultra high resolution main camera. This is going to be very important for people as myself. I am a content creator, but if you're into photography or video or anything like that, also useful. And another side note here, as for the processor, we're finally going to get the Snapdragon 8 Elite in this device as well. Now, I want to unfold the device and verify something. So here we are on the main display, and I read somewhere or seen somewhere that the camera on the main display is no longer under the actual display. It's just a cutout. So I want to see what happens as we power up here. So it's just a cutout, and that's fine. Supposedly, we should be able to take better selfies with this camera. So, give or take, you may or may not like this. I think I'm kind of neutral about it. I think that having that cutout is better. It's also easier to see the camera too because it's not hidden under the actual display. So, I'm going to start this device up, play with it, get a case on it, install some protection, and make more videos. Now, this is a niche device, so typically when I do these Z Fold videos or any foldable videos, we don't get a lot of views, and that's okay. But if you are watching, thank you for checking in. So that is it for today's content. As always, thanks for watching, and may the universe flow in your favor. And until next time, Leon checking out.